Before you rip me a new one, I did say in my last Iron Man video for, I believe it was the Model 1, this is the last Iron Man I'm buying for a long time. But I did mention how I wasn't 100% sure. I like to hyper focus on things, and once I like something, it's kind of hard for me not to like it. I did say that I wasn't going to buy any more Iron Man, that I was done for a little bit. But, you know, and this is a new figure, I'm a real big fan of this Iron Man. I'm going to try to keep this to 5 minutes because a lot of my recent videos have been hitting the 10-minute mark, so I've been having to do a lot of 5-more-minute reviews. I really didn't intend to do that many, but it's just sometimes I end up having way too much to talk about a figure, and I don't want to cut it out. So some weeks you might get a 5-minute review, some weeks you might get a 5-more-minute review. If it's a 5-more-minute review, it's probably because I really enjoyed the figure, or I just felt that figure needed more than 5 minutes to talk about, but I also didn't think that figure needed longer than 10 minutes to talk about, like some of these other reviewers on YouTube. I love it's like an off-white look it has. It picks up light very well, it's very shiny, and it's very like, you can see your reflection in this suit. It's nice. I love the way the blue accents through the white. I think it's a nice, perfect tone of blue that matches his appearance. I don't see any blemishes or bleeding through or marks or anything that would make me think they cheaped out on the paint. Now, what I mentioned in my unboxing was I'm pretty sure this is the exact same body as the Iron Man Mark 85. A figure I've made it very clear I am not a fan. A lot of similarities between these two figures. They both have issues standing, which is fucking frustrating. I know I'm going to knock over the Superior Iron Man the second I get this one to stand. Okay. Complaint number 1 out the box. I'm having issues getting him to stand. These are the same issues I had with the Iron Man Mark 85. Now, you noticed how I have the legs kind of triangled out a little bit? That's the only way to get him to stand without falling backwards or falling forward. And that goes for both of these figures. Now, I'm pretty sure they use the exact same leg system. There's really no difference in the legs here besides coloring. Even the feet you see are exactly the same. Even when you look at close details like in the torso area, I'm pretty sure they just used the exact same torso, but just changed the way it looked. Paint-wise, detail-wise. Obviously, they have different arc reactors, but I know this is the same figure. The only places I see a little difference are in the shoulders. I don't know if these are the exact same shoulders or not, but I could be wrong. I know these are the exact same hands. That hand is that hand, and that fist is that fist. And I showed you in my unboxing. It just seems like they just changed a few things color-wise, changed a few things on the figure, just so they could say, you know what, we want to get a Superior Iron Man out because the fans are clamoring for it, and we just want to make money off of you because we know you'll buy it. He's got a 360 at the head, and obviously that's for if he wants to be Ronald Reagan or Reagan from The Exorcist. You've got swivel at the bicep. You've got a double bend at the elbow, which isn't too bad and isn't hampered, surprisingly, but you do get it. Got swivel at the wrist. The hands have no motion besides a hinge that makes them go in and out. That's about it. You've got the same articulation with the torso as you do with the Mark 85. If you don't believe me, I can show you. You've got a good out like this. A good bicep swivel, but it's loose compared to this one, which is the same, actually a little bit less out. You've got a double bend at the knee. You don't get much of the top bend because it is blocked by the inner thigh. You get a nice forward, a nice back. This does hinge from side to side, though I wish you could actually turn this better. Okay, let's give him the same exact hand he got on a previous Iron Man. They won't notice. You know why? Because we'll just paint one white and one red and silver. These are the exact same hands. The same hands hand you that barely even fit his blast effect in them. I just don't understand why. Like, in their mind, it's easier to just reuse than make something different. You really want a Superior Iron Man. and you don't have one in your collection, then sure, this is probably the figure for you. But if you're tired of Hasbro's same old shit with the same old generic armor pieces and the same old generic bodies that are reused and the same old generic figures just repainted, then sure, maybe this isn't for you. Now, you know how I feel about the $24 price tag for figures. I don't think it's really justified, especially when they don't include more in the box besides the same generic blast effect, the same generic hands from another Iron Man, and the bad articulation from another Iron Man. But anyway, what am I going to do about that? Because I'm still going to buy it no matter what. Like, share, subscribe. Peace.